12 minutes before the hours, we turn now to obituaries. Funeral service for James Ray Taylor, age 85, of Birmingham, will be Saturday at 11 o'clock from Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel, with the Reverend Jamie Pangman officiating. Burial in the Green Hill Cemetery. Visitation prior to the service from 10 until 11 a.m. Mr. Taylor died December 13th at Cahaba Ridge Retirement Home. Online condolences at CurtisandSonFunerals.com. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel, directing. Rose Cox, age 56, of Sylacauga, died Thursday. Funeral arrangements to be announced by Radley Smith Funeral Home. Funeral service for Mr. J.T. Gaddis, age 82, of Goodwater, will be Saturday at 2 o'clock from Paradise Mission Full Gospel Ministries in Goodwater, with burial in the Cross Key Baptist Church Cemetery of Alexander City. Visitation 1 until 7 o'clock tonight at the funeral home. Final arrangements entrusted to Armours Memorial Funeral Home, Alexander City. Funeral service for Mr. Franklin D. Pumpkin Crawford, age 66, will be Saturday at First Baptist Church in Rockford. That'll start at 2 o'clock. Minister Derek Crawford officiating. Burial in the First Baptist Church Cemetery in Rockford. Visitation today, 1 until 8 p.m. at the funeral home. Mr. Crawford died December 12th at Coosa Valley Medical Center. Online condolences at CommunityFuneralHome.org. Community Funeral Home in Sylacauga, directing. Funeral service for Jonathan David Crosby, age 19, is 3 o'clock Saturday at Terry's Mortuary Chapel in Talladega, with the Reverend George Truss officiating. Mr. Crosby died Monday, December 10th in Talladega. Online condolences at terrysmortuary.com. Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary directing that service. Funeral service for the Reverend Jeremiah Garrett, age 79, will be Saturday at Kingston Missionary Baptist Church in Alpine at 1 o'clock. The Reverend Robert Duncan officiating. Burial in the Kingston Church Cemetery of Alpine. Visitation today, 1 until 8 at the funeral home. Reverend Garrett passed away December 10th at his residence. Online condolences at CommunityFuneralHome.org. Community Funeral Home in Sylacauga directing that service. James Edward Locker, age 71, died December the 11th. The family receiving friends on Saturday, December 15th at Talladega Funeral Home from 5 until 7 p.m. And the funeral service will follow on Sunday at Cherry Street Church of God. The Reverend Franklin Walters will officiate the service. And the musical arrangements by Minister of Music Michelle Walters. Interment in the Oak Hill Cemetery. Mr. Locker attended the Cherry Street Church of God. Talladega Funeral Home directing that service. Funeral service for Deacon Eugene Smiley McGee, age 82, is Saturday at Mount Olive Baptist Church in Goodwater at noon, with the Reverend Lynn Wilson officiating. Burial in the Mount Olive Baptist Church Cemetery, Goodwater. Visitation today, 1 until 8 at the funeral home. Deacon McGee died December 10th at Arrington Rehab in Birmingham. Community Funeral Home, Sylacauga, directing. Funeral service for Mrs. Lottie Ruth Simmons Jennings will be today at noon from Macedonia Missionary Baptist Church in Goodwater. Pastor Melvin Irvin officiating. Interment in the Macedonia Memorial Gardens of Goodwater. Public viewing will begin at 11 o'clock today until service time at noon. Zion Memorial Funeral Home in Sylacauga in charge of the arrangements. Funeral service for Mark Vick, age 42, of Chelsea, will be Saturday at 2 p.m. from the chapel of Radley Smith Funeral Home, with the Reverend Jimmy Gilchrist officiating. Mr. Vick died December 9th. Visitation Saturday from noon until 2 o'clock at the funeral home. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home directing. And a time for visitation and celebration of the life of Ryan Ford is today from 4 till 6 at Radley Smith Funeral Home in Sylacauga. In lieu of flowers, a family suggests donations be made to the Ronald McDonald House Charities of Alabama in Ryan's memory. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home directing. And funeral service for Mrs. Betty J. Daniel, age 85, of Alexander City, is this morning at 11 o'clock from Darien Baptist Church in Alexander City, with burial in the church cemetery. Final arrangements entrusted to Armours Memorial Funeral Home. That's a look at obituaries this morning, presented by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361 for pre-need funerals, burials, or cremation since 1975. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.